Hello. All right. I'm a little late. I said 1. There we go. Let me open my chat. Hello. Hi, Harry. How are you? So I'm here for some questions and some answers and help you guys and to show you guys some stuff. So yes, I'm glad you are awesome. Everything is awesome. All right. I'm going to wait to sat in bed feeling sleepy already. Oh, what time is it where you are, Harry? Here it is. It's 1:04 p.m. Oh, okay. So yeah, you're 6 hours ahead of me. Let's see, what would I be doing? See, 7 p.m. tonight. Oh, it's Friday night. It's pizza night. So 7 p.m. tonight, I'd probably be still chowing down on some pizza. It's pizza night. It's family night. So it's gonna wait for a little bit. Fish and chipshire. I like fish. Wonderful. Okay, so while I'm waiting, I'm going to pull some things out. Some people have been asking me, oh man, I forgot to charge this. I forgot to charge this. Some people have been asking me about apps that I use. Ventriloquist tips. Yes. I will show you that too. And then some people have been asking me like apps that I use online for rewards to engage the kids. And there are really just 2 key apps. I don't know why I didn't charge the iPad. So I forgot to charge my iPad. But I do believe that I have the same apps on my phone. So if you've ever seen me use this magnetic alphabet, I'll show it again. It's awesome, you guys. So magnetic alphabet, I'll show it. This is what it's called, magnetic alphabet. And this is so cool. Hello, hello. We have more people in here. Chelsea, Liz Marie, Joubert, I think is how you say it. So magnetic alphabet, it's an app where you can change the backgrounds. They do have a free version, but I paid for mine. It's $4.99. $4.99. You have different backgrounds. If you pay the $4.99, then you can. I had a bottom level 4-year-old this morning and found it quite a difficult class with the slides lacking in content. What would you normally approach, or how would you normally approach these types of lessons? Aha. Yes. I will show you, Harry. Liz Marie. Oh, you said, yeah, sort of. It's French. Okay. Okay. I used to take French. Okay, Harry, I'll show you in just a moment. People have been asking me about this app. I paid $4.99 for it. You can change your backgrounds, and they have different colors, different scenes. So these are the color ones, and then there are scenes like this. And then there was a video that I did with was it Monkey? Yes, with Monkey, and I had to pull up dinosaurs to engage him. So if you pay for it, you get all these little characters. If you don't pay for it, you only get the alphabets. So you only get the alphabets, and you only get select scenes. If you pay $4.99, everything is unlocked to you forever. And it's not $4.99 a year. It's just a one-time cost of $4.99. And they have it for Android and Apple. So your phone, your tablet. And so if I wanted to use this scene, and I wanted to find dinosaurs. See, they have fairies. Oops. They have little fairies, monsters, pirates, space people, construction workers. And then, like, if I wanted to, I could put up a castle. You can resize it by pinching it. You know how you pinch and drag. So there's so many different things you could do with this app. So if you're a minimalist type person and you don't want to like take a whole bunch of stuff with you, say you're going out of town for a couple of days, a weekend, whatever, 3-4 days, and you just wanted to bring just a reward system, you could do something like this. And when I use my tablet, it's much bigger, for them to see, but a cell phone works just fine. And then you just put it up to the camera like I'm doing now, and you could just drag and be like, oh, you get one dinosaur. And if you even know the names of the dinosaurs, that's a bonus. I don't know if this is Brachiosaurus, Branchiosaurus, Diplosaurus. I know there's different ones with the long necks. I used to know the names of them by looking at them, but it's one of the three. So if you know the names of the dinosaurs, you can even do that and teach them dinosaur names. Most kids know the T-Rex, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Doom, 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 doom. You can put people on there, princesses, whatever you want. So the app is called Magnetic Alphabet. Android, Apple, it works for both. So that's the app that I use. And then I'll show you another app here in a moment. So I won't be on long today. I know I say that a lot, but you probably heard my house is noisy. My son's not feeling well, so he's probably going to get whiny here soon. Oh, that's cool. I got a reward system for the girls, but I'm having some difficulty for the boys. Maybe I'll try this. Yeah, my boys, they love it. And, there's 3 apps I wanted to show you. So the Magnetic Alphabet, and then there's 2 more apps I want to show you that's good for boys and girls. So, yeah, thanks for making me think of that. All right, so Harry, you said that you mentioned 2 things, ventriloquist skills and lessons that lack content. Yes, you'll get those. Yeah, that's the lawnmower guy. He's mowing the grass. It's okay. We have a lawnmower guy. We call him the lawnmower guy. I just learned his name a couple months ago. But yeah, it's okay, sweetheart. Don't let the dogs out. Please don't let the dogs out. You want my email to direct message me? Yes, I'll give you my email. I'll type it here in just a moment. It's misslallabooks@gmail. MSLALABOOKS@gmail. misslallabooks@gmail.com. I'll type it here in a moment. Okay, Harry. So when it lacks content, you probably seen the video where when I was using a lot of my ventriloquist skills, when there's like a simple sentence, 3 words or 1 word on the page, then I do a lot of improvising. So a lot of improv. So I might have the puppets talk to them, and the puppets might read it wrong. So depending on the level of the student, if they're at a level where they can read words, I love to make my puppets make mistakes. So if the word was but if the word was apple and there was a picture of an apple, then I might say, oh, is that an orange? Oh, is that an orange? And we're looking, and I'll say, what color is it? We'll talk about the color. And then I might ask them, what is it? And they'll tell me. And then I might ask them, do they like apples? Do they like oranges? What's your favorite fruit? Did you eat a fruit today? So I'll greatly elaborate and just improv. I might do things like that. And then we might draw. Can you draw? If the parents don't mind them drawing. Some parents are like, don't let them use the pen. Don't let them use the pen because they're going to go overboard. But if they don't mind drawing, have them draw, have them circle, have them draw their favorite fruit, play a guessing game. You know how you can draw a little make your own little whiteboard. And then I might say, okay, can you guess my fruit? What is it? And then we'll draw and I'll ask them to guess it. So we play guessing games. We might play hangman, or I'll tell them, cover your eyes, and I'll make them cover their eyes and I'll scribble things out on the slide. I'll just scribble it out. And then they have to remember, what was that? Oh, what happened? Did you eat it? I don't know. Did you eat it? Oh, you did eat it. Did he eat it? So I like to make them laugh because it makes learning fun. So we might play around with the puppets. I'll scribble things out, have them tell me, what was it? And that really uses up time. It really does. It works. And those lessons that might be like 8 slides long, that one lesson lasts the whole the whole 30-minute class period, because we go back and then we go back and I'll go back and I'll scribble things out. We play games with it. We play hangman. What's the missing letter? I'll draw the board and be like, okay. Or I might type the sentence, be like, oh, there's a word. What is it? What does it say? So depending on their level, you can really incorporate a lot of games, activities, really getting them to expound on it with you by them pretending to teach you. So they can pretend to be the teacher and you're the student. You can say, okay, you ask me. Okay. And you show them maybe with the puppet if they don't understand. So that's what I do when it's lacking content. I know I missed some questions here. Okay, what do you do about some awkward call you get on Cambly? I've encountered some guys acting. Yes. Cambly. Yes. You'll get some. They'd be like, oh, you're so beautiful. You're so beautiful. Do you have boyfriend? Are you married? Where are you from? Where do you live? Maybe you come here. I'm like, no. So when I get awkward calls like that, when they're trying to, act like it's a dating app, then I redirect them. And I say, I might say things like, oh, would you like to know more about American culture? Hold on. My door. My my lawnmower guy's at the door. I'll be right back. Hold on. Just a moment, guys. You guys yelling and barking. Oh my goodness.
Go downtown. I think we're go down. Then baby cycle to go.
Okay.
I want to go first.
Okay.
I want to go first.
Okay, the joys of working at home. Since I'm home and I'm accessible, everyone comes by. All right, where was I at? Oh, Cambly calls. So I direct them to a lesson, and most of the time they hang up. If they really don't want to learn, they'll hang up, and I really don't care because I'm not going to entertain that. So I might ask them, would you like to discuss American culture? I can pull up a lesson and we can practice. So I just redirect the call. If it gets really disrespectful, like Chelsea, so if they get really disrespectful, which I've never had it happen. Well, no, I had one with a little boy. He looked like he was like 11, 12 years old. And he just gave me the finger and thought it was funny. And then he had some like friends in the background. and they were outside and playing around on the app. And I just sat there and pretended like I didn't know what he was doing. I just played with him. Finger? Is that a finger? Yes. Would you like to count? He's 12. I was like, 1, 2, 3. But you're always able to hang up. You know where it says in call? You can in call and then report it. So you don't have to entertain that. If you're not feeling uncomfortable, you can change the subject and direct them to a lesson. Or if you need to, you can hang up and report it. But yeah, you don't have to entertain that. They completely understand. Hello, okay. I gave you here's my email address, you guys. Sometimes I get a lot of messages. So if I don't get to you in a day or two, please be patient. I'm trying, but I will get to you. I really appreciate your videos. I just got approved last month and immediately started researching and came across your videos. Oh, well, thank you, Black Cherry 30. I'm glad it's helpful for you. What would you recommend as a complementary company to work with? Work with Cambly? Well, I'm with Dada, Cambly, Palfish, and I do We Talk like super duper 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 part-time, like 3 classes a month, maybe 3, 4. They have me down available to teach 4 classes a week, but currently I'm just doing like some subbing. And now there's one class that really likes me, so I follow this one class, or should I say they follow me? And so this one particular class, I'm teaching every lesson, and I see them for me, it's Friday night for me, which is Saturday morning for them. So I do We Talk super part-time, but it really depends on how available you want to be, how flexible, because with Dada, it's a contract where I actually commit my time to, but Dada has changed that, you guys. They've changed that. So they're doing it similar to like Go-Go Kids / VIP Kids, similar, not the same, but where you actually create slots, and then you can like pick your own availability. You can cancel classes yourself. Well, cancel empty slots, not classes, empty slots, but you still have to commit to a schedule for like 2 months at a time. So that's why I say I haven't really seen it, but a lot of teachers have told me, hey, it's changed. So I'm researching that for you guys. But Black Cherry 30, if you wanted something really, really flexible, like 100% control of your schedule, Magic Ears reached back out to me. They said they saw my video when I did the Magic Ears application information, and they said, oh, no, cancellations. We're flexible with cancellations. You don't have to commit to the minimum 10 hours. They actually emailed me and told me, we saw your video on YouTube. I was like, what? So yeah, they actually watched my video and messaged me telling me that it's flexible, and they even added more hours. And they asked me, would I come and do the training, check it out. So Magic Ears, Go-Go Kid, if VIP Kid, people tell me that it's, sometimes it's difficult to get bookings, but there are companies where there's a lot of flexibility there, depending on what your situation is. I'm trying to get started teaching online. I have a lot of questions. I need some guidance. Ranshi Simpson, I'm here to help you. I had an interview booked, and the time my interviewer did not show up. If your interviewer didn't show up, something must have happened. I mean, sometimes they overbook, or they, you know how we call in to work, they call in, they're not there, and then the people don't have the time to pick up on those slots. Message them. Fauzia Osman, I hope I got that right. I'm sorry if I'm tearing your names up. Message them and let them know, and they know. They're not going to be like, oh, What? No one showed up. They know that no one showed up. Message them and they can reschedule for you. Here and there, people tell me this, and then they message them and they get it rescheduled. So it won't be any fault on your own. So they'll get it done for you. Imagine if all that barking happened during a lesson. Harry, it has. It has. I tell people, you guys, this is my working time. Don't come to my door. My dogs are crazy. I have 4. They go insane. Like insane. They're not going to eat them. They're just going to like lick you to kingdom come. But they will bark like crazy. And it has happened a handful of times. And I was so embarrassed. So embarrassed. Can you please advise on how to get an online ESL job when you have a university diploma? Well, most of the companies, Nandy, just most of them require a bachelor's degree. And then most of them are now also requiring. I've been tutoring all day. I just got done with Cambly. And so most of them are also requiring a TESOL or TEFL type of degree. And then if you have both of those, a bachelor's in that, then you can pretty much get on anywhere if you are a native English speaker. That's the catch. A lot of them require you to be a native English speaker. Cambly, that you don't have to be a native English speaker, but they want you to be very fluent. And you do have to submit a video of yourself speaking so that they can hear, they want to be able to hear your English. If you have a really thick accent, really thick accent, they probably won't invite you on board. So if you have a bachelor's degree, TESOL, TEFL, one of those TESOL, TEFL type things, then, and you are native English speaking, you can get on anywhere, really, just about. Can you say hi to, can you say hi to Nick Gurr? Oh, did I miss someone? Nick? Hello. Do you only work for Dada and Cambly? Oh, Dada, Cambly, Palfish, we talk, Mel. Oh, but I didn't know that can teach more than one. You know, a lot of places, Liz Marie Gilbert, you said it's French. I don't know. I'm trying. Liz Marie Gilbert. I don't know. My French is horrible. So a lot of companies frown on it. Like Dada was one of them. They kind of are one of them still. But you know, we're not employees, we're contractors. As long as you are not sharing like inside information. Like, for example, I'll give you a good example. Say you worked in the corporate office. You cannot work at another, ESL company because you are one of the people, the insider people. Now, as far as teaching, we are the contractors that we're teaching on the platform. And yes, we are representatives of the company delivering a service to their clients, and they are paying us as the contractors to deliver that service. But technically, we are in business for ourselves. We pay our own taxes, and we do not get any benefits other than pay. That's it. So with that in mind, then a lot of them, they want all of your time, but many of them understand. Magic Ears knows that I'm with Dada and Cambly, and they've seen my videos, and they've asked me would I come and go through the training. I've already applied. So they said all I need to do is do the training and do a one-on-one trial with one of their mentors, and then I can sign the contract. And so they reached out and sent me this beautiful email with like a picture that showed the availability. They were so kind. Magic Ears, I want to say to you, you guys are very, very kind. And to contact me saying you watched my video and you want to invite me and to update me on the new policy changes, you get like a round of applause, Magic Ears. You really do. So I can't say much about the teaching in the classroom and what that's like, but I'll tell you like the hiring process. They sent me a gazillion emails asking me Hey, are you ready yet? Are you ready yet? Are you ready yet? Are you ready yet? Do you want to do it? Do you want to do it? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? And then they've been like updating me since January to, hey, come on, let's do the next step. But many of the companies know that teachers, especially teachers that want to do this full time, have different platforms because of time constraints. So it's okay. It's okay. I'm always straightforward. I don't hide it and lie and say, no, this is the only company I'm with. They know. All of them know. The only people that don't know would be Palfish, because I've never talked to an actual person. Like Cambly, you don't interview with a real person. You do everything on your own through video. So I've never spoken to a real person on Palfish. So I don't know what they know. Let's see. I wear scars. Do they take Muslims? Yes. Yes. I helped and mentored a Muslim woman get hired, and she had the full, her mouth wasn't covered. She had her mouth uncovered. They have to be able to see your mouth. But she had her full head, her head adorned, covered with her scarf. And that was fine. And I've seen other ones as well. They've even featured teachers, like little videos, snippets of teachers that had scarves. I think they want to promote diversity. So yes, I have seen teachers with those. Fauzia Osman, Sharfa Abrams. Can I apply to data? And I don't have a degree, but I have a TEFL certificate. They have been really, in the past, it wasn't a problem. They have been really strict on that. They've gotten pickier on that because they want to be competitive in the market with the other people that require bachelor's degrees. So now they're saying, yes, you have to have a bachelor's degree. So you do have to have a bachelor's degree. You don't have to have teaching experience per se, but you have to have a bachelor's degree in something. Let's see. Would I get accepted? If you don't have a bachelor's degree, most likely they're not going to go forward with you. Sharfa Abrams. Have you ever heard anything about education first? Harry, no, I haven't. I have not heard that. Education first. No. Wait a minute. I've heard English first. I think, is it English first? I don't know. Maybe I'm getting mixed up. No, I have not. Marie Jo please tell me what reward you use for girls. Oh, okay. Go ahead, girls. Go ahead and share. I'm from South Africa, and I have a TEFL certificate as well as a university diploma in chemical engineering. And I interviewed that, but they said they cannot hire because I didn't have a bachelor's. Right. You have to have a bachelor's degree. Mandy, thank you for sharing that. They're getting strict with those bachelor's degree. In the past, they used to make exceptions. They're like, you know what? Come on. You're educated. Just come on. But now they're just like, nope, need a bachelor's degree. I started with data about 2 weeks ago, and apparently there are no longer new teachers for standby time. They're kind of sucks. Oh, yes, Liam. Yes, they're no longer paying new teachers for standby time. Yes, you are right. That is one of the changes. Thank you for reminding me. Now they have it to where you just pick slots. And if no one books you during that slot, you can actually be like, okay, cancel the slot. And you don't have to sit in front of the computer if the slot is canceled. So it's, you guys, you new teachers, somebody email me and let me know what is going on, because I'm getting, some people sent me screenshots and tried to explain it to me. And I've actually reached out to Dada, and they sent me, you new hire teachers, they sent me that little link that you go to, the whole training where it talks about the schedule and all that. I need to go through that and watch all those videos, because there's a bunch of videos that show you. I need to watch those videos and get back to you guys and explain this, because I only partially understand how the scheduling goes. But yes, if you are newly hired, they're not doing standby time anymore. I'm on the old contract, and my scheduling and my system is different from new hires. I don't get to cancel classes. I have to stay logged in for my whole time that I'm contracted for. So I've been grandfathered on the old contract, so I do still get standby time. But yes, Liam, you are correct. There's no standby time for new teachers. They are offering new bonuses for new teachers that I don't get. So new teachers get like these bonuses based off of classes taught, and everybody gets the trial class bonuses, but they're getting bonuses off of how many classes they teach or completed, show up to. Or I was like, oh wow, bonuses, but I don't get those bonuses. See, Angel Marie, I was able to get into Cambly because of you, so thank you. You're very welcome, Angel. I hope you're enjoying it. I also do Dada. Where'd it go? Oh, I also do Dada. I only have a TEFL, but I think I was able to get my foot in the door before they really started emphasizing having a bachelor's. Yes, a lot of people that didn't have a bachelor's degree at the time when they became really, really strict, they got to stay as long as they showed some type of experience or something. They were like, show us some type of teaching experience. Then there were a lot of people that were let go. Their contracts were terminated because they didn't meet the requirements and could not meet the deadlines in time when they made big switch. And that's when there was like this big uproar when people were angry with Dada because a lot of people's contracts were terminated. It was, it was a mess. But Angel Marie, I'm glad that you got to stick it in. But now they are putting strong emphasis on that bachelor's degree. Karen, will we be affected by the new salary structure with Dada when we sign new contracts? Doesn't look like the new teachers are even getting $15 an hour. Well, a teacher that just got hired the other day, she told me that she started off with a 120 RMB, which I think that's like $18 an hour. Like you're not supposed to talk about your salary. You're not, but sometimes teachers do. I never mention names. I'll never throw anybody under the bus or what they call snitch. I will never snitch on you, but I would never do that. But there were some new teachers, Karen, that got hired. I was contacted just yesterday, and she told me that she's starting off at 120 RMB, which is $18 an hour. And so as far as whether or not they're going to renew teachers with the new salary structure, that's a good question. I'm going to, you know what? My husband makes fun of me. You see this pen? It's huge. My kids got these for Christmas from their poppy, my father. And I have like 5 of these because, 3 of my children are 18, 13, and 12. And they were like, I don't want this. I was like, if you're too good for the big pen, give it to mom. So my husband laughs at me because I do business with my big pen. But I'm going to write that down, Karen. And I'm going to ask them if when renewing contracts, do teachers sign the new salary structure or carry over from the old one? That's a good question. I know Dada probably get tired of me. When you guys ask me a question, and if I don't know the answer, I go ask Dada. I ask. And so I will ask that one. I haven't asked that yet. English First is part of Education First brand. Oh, okay. I've heard of English First. I don't know anything about it, but people have asked me, hey, have you heard of English First? So I've heard the name, but they say it's kind of like iTutor, kind of like that, I think, if I'm thinking the right one. Oh my God, you need a bachelor's degree for Dada? Yes, you do, Davis Homeschool. Yes, you do. And then, yeah, Open English. Yeah, if you guys want to share information, go ahead and drop your link because I don't have that stuff. So, maybe you could benefit from a referral and help someone else at the same time. I love it. Sharing is caring, you guys. The Care Bear community. Thoughts on Like Shoe? It's also Like Shoe. I've never heard of that. Sharfa Abrams. I've never heard of Like Shoe. Like Shuo. I've never heard of that. What is that like? Is that like Cambly, iTutor Group, Go Kids, Magic Ears, Dada, Sete Alma. They gave me my salary depending on experience 6 months ago. Okay, yeah, 6 months ago. Yeah, 6 months ago, I think that was when they were just doing those changes. So, yeah, a lot of teachers, see, I was hired based on my experience. And so I know there's some companies that start off with the base, like Magic Ears, you have a base. You start off at your base and then you move up. And I think the base with Magic Ears is $22 an hour. Is it? Nah, I forgot. I think the base is like $22 an hour. You just keep moving up. Is you make anywhere from $22 to $26 an hour. And so you move up from there. So a lot of companies start off with the base pay. So no matter what, everybody comes in at this pay, and then you can go up the pay scale. But Dada used to hire based off of experience. Now I don't know if they have a base pay, but I don't know. Karen said something about $15 per hour, but yesterday a teacher told me she's making $18. My sister has a degree and a TEFL certificate. Tips on how to pass the interview. For Sharfa Abrams, are you talking about Dada? Passing the interview? I have a video on how to pass the interview, but I'll give you a brief rundown of that. So they are looking for TPR, show personality. They don't want a teacher that's going to be like, okay, and can you circle this? Read this. Oh, good. Here's a star. They want, a little bit more than that. Like, you don't have to be like a clown in the rodeo, but they want energy, because these kids, they've been to school all day. And then their parents put them in piano lessons and all type of other lessons and all this. And then they're taking some Dada classes before they have to go to school. Before they have to go to bed. Like, they have to eat, then take Dada classes. And then some of them have homework still. They still have homework that they have to finish. And it's like 8, 9 o'clock at night. And they're telling me, teacher, I have to finish my homework. Then I have to go to bed. And I'm just like, woo, baby. So, they don't want it to feel like they're sitting at school in the classroom. They want it to be different. They want it to be an enjoyable experience. They want the kids to be excited to talk to you. Now, with the older kids, you're going to be a little more relaxed, but you just have to show that you have personalities, show that you have energy, and you're going to have your days where you're beat down, tired. You guys, I got a write-up. Yes, I got a write-up. Well, it wasn't really a write-up. I got an email 2 weeks ago. It was like not a warning letter, but how would I word it? They sent me an email telling me that I need to view the video on class procedures, proper class procedures, and I'll tell you why. I had a pounding headache. I didn't cancel any of my classes. It was a Saturday. My head was hurting. I barely got sleep, and I was going like this. Yeah, good job. Very good. All right, you did good. I kept going like this. I was leaning on the table. There were times where I was like this. I didn't look unhappy. I had like a good. I was really trying to alleviate pressure. Felt like my brain was trying to push its way out, and I was trying to focus on the lesson with this kid. And they sent me an email telling me I should review proper classroom practices and don't lean on the table. They gave me a list of what I should not do, what they observed, and how to improve it. It happens. So you're going to have those days, maybe, hopefully not. That was my first time. But you may have those days where you're just not feeling it. But in the interview, show that you are feeling it. Bring a prop, at least one prop, 2 props. Bring 2 props. Bring a stuffed friend. If you bring some type of stuffed animal, it doesn't have to be a puppet. It could be just a stuffed animal. Hello. Now, don't go like this in the camera. Hi, what's your name? No one can see what that is or what is going on. Just don't go too crazy. have a stuffed animal that you use for whatever purpose, introducing something or to whatever the lesson is about. Maybe run, run. Do you like to run? Run, whatever. And then some type of an educational prop, a whiteboard, flashcards, something like that. And make sure that when they make mistakes, they might purposely make mistakes for pronunciation, correct them in a nice way. Don't say, no, it's this. So if you're teaching them watermelon and they go, watermelon, something like that, then you say, oh, close, watermelon. Yes, good. So when they make mistakes, don't just be like, oh, okay. And then keep going. Correct them because they're doing that to see how would you correct the child. So be nice about it. You don't say, nope. You just say, oh, watermelon. And don't use a lot of incidental language. So you don't want to tell them everything you're doing. Don't say, okay, now I'm going to turn the page. And then can you read this sentence right here in the first paragraph? That is too much. Too much. They call it incidental language. So just say, good. And then just click, turn the page. Don't tell them what you're doing. Okay, read this. Or just underline, read with me. And they have them read. Be very specific. So I hope that helps you with the interview. No, that sounds promising. My baby sister won't be able to apply for DADA until she finishes her college program. Oh, so sorry. You definitely had that coming, but I totally feel you. Yes, Mark, I did. I had it coming. And I was like, you know how you have those days you're just like, I'm just keeping it real, you guys. You're just like, look, I don't even care today. They're probably not going to see it anyway. Maybe you just hope that that's the day that they're not watching. I would never do anything ridiculous, but I've had days where I forgot the shirt. I had like shirt like this, and I was like, please tell me that I'm not going to get a letter for this because I have on this black shirt and not a blue one. And I have days like that. And then days like with the headache. That was my first write-up. I was like, oh, they told me I need to watch the video. They really did. They say, please watch the video on proper classroom procedures. It's like, you got me. You got me, Dada. I had a headache, but you got me. Okay. Yes. Poor LaShondra. Let's see. I haven't heard about the new salary structure. What's it about? Mel, it is... I think you're talking to Karen. Okay, maybe Karen can share that with you. Thank you, Karen. If you can fill that in. I'm still learning too. I have 2 twin girls that hardly pay attention. I always fight. The mom comes in and out, but isn't much help. I'm trying my best, but not one of the easiest classes. Oh, yes, that happens. That happens. I have one little boy. We don't want to say we dislike any students, but you will say that it's challenging. It's not your easiest class. I have one little boy that's not my regular student, but anytime, if I sign up for any extra time, then there's a handful of them that I'm just like, oh, okay. So I have the student again. Wonderful. And I already know that we're going to have a lot of playtime. And so when you have those students that are just not really that easy, find something they like. Find something they like. If they like puppet talk, get the puppet. I have this basket right here, you guys. I'm going to show you guys more props. I have this basket full of like my son's toys that he don't play with on a regular basis. And when he comes in here and sees it, he comes to snatch his toys. And some of them from my daughter that she outgrew. So I have boys love this. I have the Hulk. I have a huge Spider-Man that my son, he came and got that one. It's like the Spider-Man is bigger than the Hulk. And sometimes they talk to each other. And so I say, okay, read. And then Spider-Man will read. In girls' cases, I have these little dolls. And then they're like, okay, friend, let's read. And stuff like that. Bubbles, stickers. I put stickers on my face. They're, okay, where is it? would you like a star? What color? And if they say, sometimes they get so used to what I'm doing, what I reward, they ask for it. And I say, okay, read this. What's this? What is it? And then when they finally do it, good, you get it. Now with girls that are twins or boys, any twin kids, I say, okay, I might make a game like, you, what is it? And then they have to play a game where they have to, only one can talk at a time. Or I say, okay, everybody whisper. And then we get real close and we whisper the answer. I have this little megaphone. You guys don't have to buy a whole bunch of stuff. I just happen to have a lot of stuff because I have a problem. You can use paper towel roll. Okay. Oh, apple. Ooh. And things like that. And then that gets them, a little more excited. And some kids are just, that's just how they are, period. And you just have to just keep them reeled in there. Here, I'm not saying I don't treat them. Okay. I have a challenging student too. When his parents aren't there to watch him, he runs away from the computer and shouts, bye-bye. That's one of the ones I'm talking about. And his mom is there. And sometimes he'll even turn the camera off. Bye. And they'll go black. And I just sit there. Because I know they can still see the recording after class. Hello, where are you? And he comes back, and then I always have to have my little superheroes, Happy Meal toys. I collect these things. So now you guys, I'm not saying you have to go buy toys. This is what works for me. It might be a game where you be like, okay, ready? Stop. Maybe you do a clap game. Ready? 1 clap. Okay, 2 claps. Okay, pinkies, ready? Pinky, ready? Clap, clap. How many? And they might tell you. Okay, if they say 7, okay, draw a 7. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, good job. Something that draws them in. You don't have to have stuff. I just have a lot of children. And so I have their stuff that becomes my stuff that I use in the classroom. So I am repurposing their junk. But you can get creative with that. And then I'm going to show you guys these apps and other things that I have. Now, have you guys seen, this is how I organize a lot of my little paper type rewards. So I'll show you guys. When I'm giving stickers, like some of these teachers send the stickers off. I don't know if they get these stickers. Some teachers say that their student never got them. But here's some that have been filled up. I just put them on paper and I let them look at them. I haven't sent them to China, but some teachers say that they have done so. So you can start a sticker collection. It could be stars. If you wanted to get like fancy smancy stickers, you can do that. And so I happen to have some fancy ones, some that are just stars, different stickers. And so they collect stickers and I keep all of their stickers in here. And so sometimes I put stickers on me. So that's an idea. Window cleans. These little cheap window cleans. I actually, around Valentine's Day, I got these from Target. And I have window cleans from almost 3 years ago that I use as well. But I'll just give you an example. You stick these on a whiteboard and they can just, so here's my whiteboard. You just stick them on there. And then when you're done, you just put them back on the little, got to keep the little plastic. Keep the plastic, put them back on the plastic, slide them back in. So window cleans work wonders. And the girls like the hearts. I have hearts, unicorns. I even have dinosaur window cleans. I have a skeleton that I got at Christmas time. It's Easter time now. So you might be able to find some like Easter bunny carrots or candy type window cleans somewhere. So window cleans work wonders. Here's another one. Here's the one with the dinosaurs. So yeah. And then at Dollar Tree, they're only $1. And then I use this a lot. If you have a hand, you can cut out a little hand. I use stock paper because it's thick. And I just put rings on it. So the girls earn rings like this and they love it. They're like, oh, it's so pretty. And I'm like, look. I show them the ring. And we talk about colors. And they have so many different rings, character rings, these little, rings with actual diamonds on it. Whatever you wanted to pick up, you can get them from a dollar from Dollar Tree, if that's something you wanted to do, and put rings on little hands. So I keep it in a little baggie. I keep that in here. And I have this right here. This is my gold. I'll show you why. I have laminated. I invested in a laminator. And I laminated all the little Dada characters, which they are available if you go into the portal and go under downloads, off to the left-hand side in that column, there's a downloads link. And you can get these characters, print them off, and laminate them. So I laminated all the characters. And then I went online and I downloaded coloring pages. And I cut them and laminated them. You can use a dry erase marker. You can use washable marker. And you can color bit by bit as a reward for the girls. See, these need to be clean. I just threw them back in here. And then after class, just wipe it clean. It's reusable. And for the boys, I have minions. Yeah, I have some minions in here. I have a lot of princesses. Because a lot of times the boys don't want to color. But I have SpongeBob. I have superheroes, minions, animals, the lion, underwater creatures. There's so many different things that you can use in the classroom. I even created like this right here. This came out of one of my son's activity books, and he actually accidentally ripped the page out. I laminated it, and so they might go a little bit at a time to get to the finish line. So I do that as a reward. So all of my little laminated things, this is pretty cool. Even the older kids like this. You can print off a board game and then roll a die as a reward system. And then they go so many steps to get to the finish line. See how close they can get. And then I have, chutes and ladders. I found this online, snakes and ladders. And you roll a die and they can go, however many steps. And, same rules like chutes and ladders. So these are different activities, things you can use as reward systems, and it's flat. So if this is all you want to use, then you can just take your folder with you to a folder and some markers. And this could be all your reward systems for everyone. So I did that like a year ago, and I go and dig into this thing whenever I feel like it. This is what I do for trials. So it's great to get something that you do for your trial students, because, your trial students, you only see them one time. Unless if they sign up with you, then of course, yeah, you'll see them many, 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 many times. But with your trial students, technically you only see them once. And so I use this little tooth for my young ones. All of my young trial students, I use this little happy face and I add teeth. You actually slide the teeth in there. And then for my older ones, they get money. So they get some money. I'm like, oh, wow, you get money. And then I'll just give them some money. And so I do that for every trial class. So I don't have to try to reinvent myself for my trials. So I've mastered that. Now, another thing, trying to see if you guys have questions. I think you guys are talking to each other, helping each other out. Yes. Another thing that I do, if you guys have a local library, you might be able to find pop-up books. They think these are so cool. What do you see? And that could be a reward system. I just do this for a reward. And I'm like, okay, are you ready? And we go to the next page. Oh, wow. And I might just sum up what I see. Like, look, it's Fairy Prilla. She's so tired. Whoa. What color? What color is her dress? We might talk about that. We might talk about flowers. How many flowers do you see? There's so many things that, oh yeah, pop-up books. You said it used to have loads of them. These days, yeah, you do hardly see them. You're right. And they're expensive. Those things are expensive. These were gifts to my children. This book normally costs $19.99 in the USA and $25.99 in Canada. These books are expensive, but I didn't buy this. This was a gift to my daughter many, many years ago, and I just kept it. It's raggedy. See this? The the binding is ripped off, but it still works. It still works for what I need it for. So yeah, pop-up books. They love them. So you can use that as a reward system and make it move. Like, what is it? You can even try to have them guess, okay, what do you think we're going to see next? Maybe you can read a little bit and say, oh no, he has a treat for her. Can you find it? Where's the treat? And they might ask, what's a treat? You might teach the vocabulary words. And that's for the girls, and then for the boys, of course, the bug book. So I have bugs with butterflies. And you guys, I just have all this stuff because I have children. But if you wanted to take a trip to the library, you know, that's free. You don't have to buy books. You can get stuff from the library and show them pages. Even if it's not a pop-up book, but you found a really cool book, then you can get stuff from the library. Utilize that. You know, get those free books. Then you have like a rotation, a constant rotation. So that's an idea there. Mel, I've been with Dada for 20 months. So a year and 8 months. A year and 8 months with Dada. Thank you, Mel. I try to be creative. I really do. Okay. Now I wanted to show you a couple of apps that I use in addition. Now, you guys know the game Connect 4, right? Where you have to get 4 in a row. You know, you remember the commercial? Get 4 in a row. No, get 3 in a row. Go for 1 more. Go for it. Connect 4. I remember that commercial. But they have a Connect 4 app, and it's actually called 4 in a row. I don't have it on this phone. It's on my iPad, but I'm going to download it real quick and show you guys what that looks like. And there's one that eggs. I keep these little plastic eggs. And my children, all the way from 4 to 9 years old, like these eggs. So I have these plastic eggs, which have little, things in them. I think these are empty. I think my son robbed me. I've been robbed, y'all. Look, I didn't even know he got these out. I've been bamboozled. I've been robbed. Okay, here's something in here. He wasn't interested in this one. This has some money in it. So then I'll show him money. Oh, you see the eggs. Oh, I see a dinosaur in this one. So this one has like a little dinosaur in it. They love that. But there's an app. So say you're traveling or you're a minimalist. You don't have to. Okay, go ahead. Take it. See? You see this? It didn't just float out my hands. The little Jude fingers took the eggs. He loves those eggs. He loves them. He loves them. So, if you're a minimalist and you just don't want junk and clutter, like, look, I got a problem, y'all. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Look at that. Just look at that. I have a problem, okay? And then since daylight savings, I have this window close by. So I even take my kids on tour. Have you guys ever thought about that? If it's daytime where you're at when you're teaching, yes, they do want us to use an Ethernet connection. But there are times where I switch right on over to Wi-Fi, and we are going on a tour. So I might take them out to see my backyard. And I mean, I'm not taking like a whole class period, but they love it. The parents are even like, wow, oh, can I see? The parents want to see the house. I'm like, I'm not giving you a house tour. They're so curious. They want to see the house. They want to see, oh, you have a yard, because they live in apartments. And so I've taken them outside on the porch and I say, look at the bush. Oh, look. I show them my van. This is my van. It's so big. I have so many children. How many seats does my van have? We might count the seats. And they're like, whoa. They look at, they don't really have yards. They go to playgrounds. And, they live in an apartment. So I show them my backyard. I have like a shed back there. I show them the flowers in the front. And so we teach. And they love it, love it, love it. So that could be a reward. You can tell them to drop an L on the haters. Okay. The YouTube police. Okay. Okay. They love it, love it, love it. Parents would have me terminated if they saw my house and all the toys. They'd be like, no, we're done. Security. But no, I don't give them house tours. I'm not doing that. Like, look, you're not getting a tour of this house. Most of the time, everybody sleep anyways. So they're going to see like kids with like underwear and everything else in the bed. They're like, no, we're not doing a house tour. But I have shown them just from me walking here to the door. That's in Christmas time. Oh my gosh. They wanted to see the tree. They wanted to see all the stockings and decorations. So they did get a tour of like the living room area, the fireplace. They got a tour of that because they were so excited to see Christmas trees. And then the presents, they wanted to see, oh, look at all the presents. You guys can do that. That's okay. The parents love that stuff. They love it. YouTube police, question mark. Okay. So I didn't even do the eggs, you guys. Okay. 4 in a row. Any more questions? My not long live is turning into a long live, as always. As always. So they have a classic. See, look, I'm going to just show you. They have classic. They have this one. You can just download these games. I don't know about Android. I have an Apple, an iPhone. But they have all these different Connect 4 games. And you can just play it with them where you take turns doing the, dropping them down. They love it. I have my 14-year-old students. They're like, and I have them play against the computer. So they're not playing against me because I would feel bad if I'm whooping them up. But the computer, they love to see if they can beat the computer. I'm like, okay, see if you're smarter than the computer. And they try to play. So yesterday, my student that she's been trying for 2 weeks to beat the computer, and she finally beat the computer yesterday. She was so excited. She was like, yes. It's like, yeah, you got it. You got it. So we don't play like a full out game at one time. I might say, okay, 3 moves. And I'll let her do 3 different moves. And then I'm like, okay, let's read. We go back. Okay, 3 more moves. And so that's how we play. And they love it. They love it. So 4 in a row or Connect 4, whatever your app store calls it, and magic eggs. Magic eggs. That's another good one. So I'm going to show you magic eggs. Has anyone seen, is the Bling ABC demo hard? What props should you use? Can you do a video on it? Yes, I can. I think I still have the slides. Wadner, I think I still have the slides for the Bling ABC demo. I don't think they would want me to show the slides. I don't think any company likes showing the demo. But yes, I could do like I did with Dada and do like a how to teach it, how to teach it type thing. And for that, it was food. I'll tell you that much. It was about food. It was like chocolate, food. So I have children. I have my son, for Christmas, he got like this whole kitchen set because he likes to cook. So he got all this food and blender and stuff. So I just brought little plastic food and we talked about, the food. So yes, it's not hard. It's not hard at all. Yes, I did have the props. That was the food. And I had a little stuffed animal that, I love puppets. So I wanted to display my talent, my personality. If that's not your talent, your personality, then you don't have to force that. But I had puppets and I had food. And I used TPR, used a lot of TPR. They want you to just show that you're personable. And they wanted you to be able to move the student around. So with Bling ABC, that you have to be able to move the face tiles. So like the window that the picture is in, even the window that you're in is movable. You can move yourself around and enlarge it. You can move the student around. You can make it different sizes, move them around the slide. So yeah, you can do a lot with that. So that was fun, moving people around. So if you saw kind of like, the demo I did with WeTalk, not the demo, the class that I did with WeTalk, how I was able to move the class and make it larger so I could see more of the class. Bling ABC is like that, where you can move it around and do that. So I will try to get that together and do a video on how to pass that demo. I will do that for you, Wadner, for you. Let's see. What are we talking about here? Dun, 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 dun. All right. And okay. Look, I saw some crazy stuff on here. So yeah, I just kind of had to clean that up a little bit. Doing some little housekeeping. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Oh, yeah. I just had to do a little bit of housekeeping there. So thank you, Harry. All right, you guys. Oh yeah, the eggs. Any more questions? Any more questions? I downloaded the 4 in a row. Okay, how to play. Some of these things have like crazy ads. So it's just insane, the amount of ads. So yeah, you just touch it and it drops down. And you see it's playing against the computer. And you can tell them, here's how I did it. I just said, okay, which one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they just had to tell me which column. They'll say, 3. And I'll just touch 3. And I say, okay, which one? And they'll say, 1. And so that's the easy way to do it. Just number your columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or whatever, and they'll tell you which column. And then you just touch the column and the little token, whatever you want to call it. Ew, what's this on your nose? You have boogie nose. Don't lick it. Go get tissue. Did you take this out of the eggs?
I break them.
You guys, I told you he was sick.
I break them all. This is a piece of monster of a finger family.
The finger family?
Yes.
Little finger. Go get some tissue. Go get the tissue. I need to wipe this boy's nose. Go get tissue. Go get mommy some tissue and I'll clean your nose. Okay, thank you for the beautiful song. Go get the tissue, baby. Go. Don't lick it. Go get tissue. Oh, thank you, Karen. Yes, I cut his hair myself. So, I do that myself. Okay, I sent a question. Linda, I didn't see it. I have to find it, Linda. Oh, do you have some ideas I can use for students who read pretty well but are very, very limited in speaking or understanding English? Yes, I do. So, with that, when there's some students, they can read perfectly, but then they're really just nervous on making mistakes. And so they second guess their speech. Oh my gosh. You guys, he didn't bring me tissue, so I have to use life of a mother here. I'm using my shirt that I need to wash anyways. So. You didn't see this. You didn't see anything. You didn't bring me tissue. Yucky. Now I have to wash my shirt. It's really a cardigan. It's a blue cardigan that I put when I forget and I come to the class like this. I put my blue cardigan over my shirt. Linda, so what I do when that happens, I try to, what was I thinking? Oh yeah. So we try to play games just to build their confidence. And so I might give them simple sentences and say, okay, so you tell me what is your favorite, fruit, or what is your favorite sweet? And then they might say it, let's see, whatever chocolate I like. I say, I like chocolate. And then we might play Wheel of Fortune, and that helps them build up their vocabulary. Oh no, he's not camera shy at all. He's not. You see Harry, he would bring his little snotty nose and everything else up to the camera and sing a song for you. Like, nope, don't want it. He's not camera shy at all. But not in person, he's going to hide behind my legs. But he loves to see himself on the camera. He loves it. But in person, people at my church honestly think he cannot talk. They ask me, oh, how old is he? Is he speaking yet? He will not talk at church. He just won't. But you guys hear him all the time. This is my Jude. Linda, play games like Wheel of Fortune. Do activities where you are, I think the problem is that they learn English for years in school, but don't get good at speaking or listening. Yes. In their schools, I actually, in one of my trainings and being in China, I got to see, like firsthand how a lot, no, don't touch it. Don't touch it. How their classes are. And it's a lot of just repeat the teacher. So the teacher will show a sentence. They have to repeat the sentence. And so it was just read, repeat, read, repeat, read, repeat. If this, then that, if this, then that, but not really natural conversation. And so they're nervous on how to formulate those sentences in conversation. And so they might really shy away from speaking because they don't want to make mistakes. They don't want to sound odd. And so with those 12 and 13-year-olds, because I had some that were just so quiet, they would just mumble. And now I tell them every day, okay, when you come to class, tell me 3 things, 4 things, 5 things, 2 things, 1 thing, whatever, about your day, or depending on how often you see them, about your week. 3 things, okay? Or you can tell them, ask them, give them an assignment about a book. Like, okay, I want you to tell me who is in the book, and do you like them? Why? And then that will start conversations, asking a lot of questions and helping them with their answers. So I don't know if they're just sitting there looking at you and refusing to talk, or if they're just a little apprehensive, maybe giving you 1-word answers, Linda. But I try to play games. How do you get them a book? I don't get them a book. I tell them that they have to read a book. So even if they read it in Chinese, I ask them, can they find a book in English? I ask them, do you read books in English? And if some of them say yes, they're school book. It's like a school book. Or most of them say, no, I do not. I'm like, that's okay. I will help you. What do you like to read? And then a lot of times they'll tell me a book they read, and I will try to Google it. I normally have my phone. I will Google it and be like, oh, is this it? And I'll show them the title of the book. And they're like, oh, yes, yes. I'm like, oh, what is it? Scary? What is it about? Can you tell me? No, they don't refuse to speak. They try so hard. Okay, that's good. That is good because they're trying. So yes, give them those sentence frames. So you can say, the girl was, let's see, how was she? Was she brave? Was she quiet? Was she loud? Was she smart? And then you can help them with sentences. And then when they build on simple sentences, then you can help them add on more adjectives, be more descriptive with adverbs, and then they'll build their confidence. And then, yeah, you can make a game out of it. You can do charades with sentence structures where they have to guess, okay, I'm going to pretend to be animal. I'm going to pretend to be an insect. I'm going to, whatever. And then make it a game. And then they have to tell you what it is. I meant to say like 3 pictures that make up the story. Try to scramble a picture. Yeah. Even, having them do picture stories. Yes. So read like, what happened? Yes, that's a good one. So when they're looking at pictures, they have to tell you what happened. And they can, do that. That's a good one, Karen. Let's see. Any more questions? Did you address the question concerning the teacher certificate as proof for data? If you did, I missed it. Teacher certificate as proof. I'm not sure. I did say that you said teacher certificate. No, I don't know what the question was. Was there a question about a teaching certificate? I must have missed it. Can you, I don't know where it is. Can you restate the question for me, please, about the teaching certificate? Ron Simpson, what was that question? Because I know with the teaching certificate, you know how when you have like the official certificate for your records, they don't want that. They want the picture of their your that you get saying, "Yay, congratulations, you're certified to teach." And then you just tell them, it should have a certificate number in the corner somewhere, and you give them the certificate number. If that's what you're talking about, I'm not sure. If you could restate that question. Any advice for a new data teacher for their very first class? I'm so nervous. For your first class. Fujila? For your first class. Just So here's what I would do going into your class. Don't worry about this is a plus with data. You don't have to worry about gotta get it done. So when you get into class, I'd be relaxed with whatever relaxes you. If you have a stuffed animal, whatever relaxes you that makes you feel, I got this. And just be ready on camera. Hello. Hi. Are you okay? Okay, hold on, baby. And then ask them their name. Oh, good. Okay. Thank you, Ranchi Simpson. I'm glad that I answered your question. Ask them their name. Be really relaxed. Don't rush. If they're not, some of them would just look at you like. Sometimes the parents don't speak any English. 0. So they're not even able to help other than have their child sit there and listen to you. And that's okay. That's okay. You don't have to spend 10 minutes trying to get them to say, my name is, or how are you? I am fine. I am great. And depending on the student that you get for your first class, if it's an older student, just focus on building rapport, ask them about school. Like, yeah, so what did you eat today? Depending on their level. Oh, yes, I like that. Or maybe ask question. Oh, what is that? Is that a meat? Oh, okay. Okay, great. Are you ready? Today, we will, if they're an older student, depending on their level, every student, just because they're 12, 13, doesn't mean they're going to be fluent. Some of them are still on Apple. So you can't go by the age of the student. You really need to assess them first off with questions. How are you? And if they say, I'm fine, and you, I'm good, and you, how old are you? And if they say their age, or some of them say, I'm fine, then that gives you an idea on their comprehension. Once you get an idea of where they're at, then you know how to proceed. But just relax. I normally spend the first 3 minutes investing into the student, just investing into the student and showing them that I'm here for you. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. And then we go into the lesson and we, go through the lesson based off of their pace, what they need. Butterfly lady, hello. Mel, what do you do if the courseware is too difficult? Then I summarize. You would get courseware that is crazy difficult. They do have a new feature, you guys. Thank you, Mel, for asking this question, where you can click in the corner. There's a button that says courseware. You can click on that, and now there's an option that says courseware is too difficult. It will not change it for you during this lesson. It will not. But it will send a message to their TA. Ouch. It will send a message to their TA to tell them, okay, when you coordinate these classes, can you do something a little simpler because this is not working? And then the next time you have that student, of course, they will converse with the parents, because the parents are paying. They'll let their parents know this is what the teacher said. Parents can go watch the video, whatever. And then for my experiences, I have done the button and TA did not change. It's not going to change for that lesson, but my experiences when I've done it, then the next time I had that student, it was changed to a simpler level. And I was so pleased. Now, Mel, let you know, if you had the student again and it still didn't change, and you're still in this difficult courseware, it's not Dada, it's the parents. Dada probably tried to reason and tell the parents, well, this is what's going on. This is what the teacher is saying. And the parents say, no, I want my child to be challenged. And then the parents won't change it. They're paying for it. If the parents absolutely do not want to change that courseware, Dada is not going to fight with them. They're going to make a suggestion, and then they stay there. I've had just one child like that. And I was just like, I don't know if she thinks she has a baby genius, but this girl can't read. And we were having to read paragraphs and ask questions. Okay. And she wanted, I don't know what her expectations were, but it happens. So don't get frustrated. What I do is I pick out keywords. We look at the pictures and I say, okay, it might be a sentence that I see in there. Yeah, it might be a sentence where I see in there. I'm like, maybe we can do this one. She saw the bat. And I underline that, or underline keywords, underline those sight words. What's this word? You. Yes, you are whatever. So I might underline keywords. I might read. And when we get to those sight words, I have them read. What's that word again? Yes, good. So we're practicing sight words. We might practice writing the words. What do you see? Have them look at the pictures. I'm trying to draw it out of them. Just draw it out. And sometimes that's all you can do. That is all you can do because the parents won't budge. Their kids cannot read paragraphs. They can barely read words correctly, but they want baby geniuses. So just bring that out. Like, come on, we can do it. What's the youngest student you've had? 2. 2 was the youngest that I've had. I've heard some people say they've had babies, but the youngest I've had was 2. And this little girl, she was putting her foot up in the camera, and it was playtime. And it wasn't even an actual class. It was a trial class. And I think the parent was like, let's see if I can do this. And she should have known that right off the bat, that girl was screaming. The mom was chasing her with the iPad in Chinese. And then the iPad was like, you just saw. Have you seen those type of movies where everything's bouncing around and you trying to follow along, you get dizzy? It was like that. She chasing the little girl. The girl went on the bunk bed. She was holding the was like, foot. She showed her foot. She showed me her whole hand on the camera. So I was giving her high fives. We had 14 minutes of playtime. And I think I got her to look at 2 pictures, and that was it. And that's okay. Ouch. That is okay. That shows that you are a flexible teacher, no matter what they throw at you, that you're not guaranteeing you're going to make baby geniuses. You're not even guaranteeing fluency. You're guaranteeing that you will deliver the best class possible based off of that child's level. Sometimes I do laugh. You said I sit there and try not to laugh. Sometimes I do. I said, oh no, oh foot. Oh my goodness. And I might get a look, foot. Can you say foot? Foot. And then they're running around. Mom's running too. And I'm like, oh, we're running on our feet. We're running on our feet. Run, 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 running on our feet. I'm half the time when that happens, I'm entertaining myself. But the youngest I've had is 2. But I have a current student that's 3, and this little boy can speak fluently. He can speak like Jude speaks. We have conversations, and he's 3. And so, yeah, the youngest I've had was 2. Some people said they've had babies. If we have some babies, we're going to sing some patty cake, apple, look, apple. That's what we're going to do. We're going to sing. We're going to say apple. We're going to have some playtime for 14 minutes. And that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to sweat. What is the point of Wonders? I hate that courseware. It is very repetitive. I have 2 children on Wonders. 2. And I see what they mean. I see what they're trying to do. I see it. Because as an elementary school teacher, and I have taught out of the Wonders books for 1st grade, and it is super repetitive. And it's just like for the whole, like every day for like 2 weeks, you're on one story. Every day for like 2 weeks, one story. And so I'm just used to it. You just have to just make it work. I play games with it. We go through it fast. Once I know that they have it, they can read it, then we're hopping through it until we can get to the next one. You guys, when you finish one and they are showing that they have mastered that content and you don't need to go back and review because they mastered it, you don't need to sit there and bore them. Go to the next lesson. Go to the next courseware. You can go ahead and move on. If you feel that they have mastered that, move to the next courseware and get through it, especially with that Wonders. You just, okay, you did great. All right, look, are you ready? And go to the next one. Hi from Italy. How strict is data about leave of absence? I will be applying to a bunch of companies starting next week. They used to be very strict. Very, very strict. But now, data has implemented this new system to where you can take leave now with like, you can, if your classes have not been booked, then you can take leave for those unbooked classes. Now, if you have classes that are booked, then there is a penalty. They do have fines. So I will say they do have fines. So you will get fined if you have to cancel a class last minute. If you do it, how many? I think if you cancel a class 14 days in advance, then you don't get penalized 14 days in advance. But if it's like, I have to look that up. I'm gonna look that up. Christina's Shoemaker. I'm gonna look that up to be sure because they've changed the policy here recently, and I don't want to give you wrong information. So let me write that down. Things that I need to look up. I know they changed the leave policy here lately and made it more friendly. Leave policy and fines. My business pen. Do you like it? I'll look that up. I need to do a whole video on just the leave policy because they've made so many changes. One of my students loves Wonders. We get through 300 pages of course for every class. He loves it. He feels so smart. Ah, Chelsea, yes. When you know they mastered it, you just go through, and they do. They're like, oh, wow. And yeah, it keeps them engaged because they're constantly talking. They're constantly giving those answers. So you don't have to go slow just because. You don't have to. 24 hours earliest, I believe, twice a month and 15 days for long-term leave, I think. Okay, 24 hours is the, okay. Ouch. Goodness gracious. Yeah, the earliest. And then I'm trying to determine about the fines. I'm not sure about the fines. I don't want to say it wrong because the old policies, you got fined. You were fine. Thanks. I was planning on writing to you privately. Do you have an email? Yes. I'll write it for you again. I know you love my pen. Miss Lala Books. Ouch, Jude. You are tearing a hole in my back. Out of all the places to sit, the sofa, he wants to choose behind me. There's my email. If you guys have questions. Oh, no, hold on. Don't do that. I forgot the S. Miss Lala Books at gmail.com. Miss Lala Books is the correct one. Sorry. I have watched all your videos. You are such a hoot. You have to laugh or you shall go insane. It is written. All right, you guys. I hope this was helpful. This is super long. I saw that some of you guys were like helping each other out with information. I like that. Go, teachers, teachers. Say it, Jude. Get off of my ABC board. Jude, share with us.
I is for Will.
Don't mind him.
Will.
He just said I is for Will. Will. We're still working on this one. We're working on this. W. Will. Yes. All right, you guys. So my house, everyone's been taking like cycles of illnesses. Now he has it. And yeah, that's why I haven't been on live lately. I'm going to upload. I have some videos I need to upload. I just have to edit them. I was watching this trial class on YouTube, and the student was a 16-year-old that ignored the teacher and then just left the class. I hope that never happens. I've never had that happen. Not a 16-year-old. I've had a younger child leave the class. I've had that happen where they were just like, you know how they flop around. And then he just straight left. He didn't really, well, he was in the room. I saw him. The mom left. He went over there. He closed his door and he got on his bed. And I said, uh-oh, I can't see you. So I just started reading. And I was like, I would love for us to have class so you can have a lot of English words to use. You know, the parents will watch it. They know that you try. They know their kids. So the parents will watch it. And if you need to write in, if that ever happens to you and you've done all you could and the child is just 100% unresponsive and parents aren't there. Now, a 16-year-old, if that happens, then they're obviously being forced to take these classes and they're not feeling it. And so no matter what you do, they've already made, you know how 16-year-olds are. They've already made their mind up that they don't want it, period. They're not having it. They're not going to receive it. That is okay. That is okay. And don't stress over it. It's not you. Don't take it personal. Just be like, you know what? These are kids. They may be in China, but they are kids. Just like the kids we see in our school systems here. The only difference is their schedules are 100% bogged down. They have higher demands in their day-to-day, life. My kids have time to play video games and go outside and play or whatever. And those kids, they don't. They might get lucky and be able to play on the weekend. Maybe. And they have school on the weekend sometimes. So don't take it personal if you just are not getting through to a kid. Sometimes it'll happen. Sometimes it won't happen because they're 100% forced. But if you are doing your best and you're being kind, the parents will see that. The parents will appreciate that. And then maybe, your time with that student will run its course and you'll get another student to take that place when it's time. So don't take it personal, you guys. These are just kids. These are just kids. I've been in the public school system. I've had chairs thrown at me. I've been, like kids fighting you. I've been punched by a little second grader. I've been punched in my stomach. I've had, kicks in the shins. If a kid wants to ignore me on camera, I'll take it. All right, you guys. You guys are beautiful. You guys are wonderful. Thank you for hanging out with me for an hour and 30 minutes of our lives. You guys spent like Some of you spent the whole hour and 30, but we just spent an hour and 30 minutes of our lives that we will not get back, but we had fun together. And I appreciate you guys. I'm going to I say this all the time. I'm home with him. So he comes numero uno. And if everything works out, I'm going to try to do a live every week. So we don't have to do like these 1 hour, 30-minute lives because you guys see me more often. Okay. I love you, BFFs. And as always, I'm sorry, Karen, I'm so sorry. I'll be on next week. Maybe I'll do like every Friday. We'll see. I'll make an announcement. TTF. I don't have the special effects right now, but